this. All right, so I'm gonna go to Unity. If anybody wants to follow along, that is totally cool. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make these videos available so you can sort of build out the Unity piece to just understand how to get the Vuforia stuff into Unity. Like that's what we're gonna do right now. And I wanna make sure we get some good stuff for it. So I'm gonna start from scratch. Gonna run over to Unity Hub. And I'll just show you, I've got different flavors of Unity. I've got 2019.2.5 F1. That's the latest version that's on my system. So using Unity Hubs is pretty cool. It really helps. So under projects, I'm going to do just, let's do a new project. And I'm going to tell it to do it with the latest version of Unity. It's going to ask me for a name. So I'm going to say, in this case, burn AR. It looks like burn ear. Huh. All right. So now that I do that, it's going to build Unity off of that latest version. Then we need to get a few things in place in the Unity space for it to be working with our augmented reality piece. So this is just going to go right into those sections. So under File, there's Build Settings, and the Build Settings tell you, oh, I want it for Android, I want it for iOS, I want to do WebGL. It gives you like, oh, hey, I want to make an Xbox game. Like it's all of the things you could possibly build for. Next up is the player settings. These are more generic pieces of info, but they're really project information. And the project information that we're looking for is going to be, where is the augmented reality stuff? Where's the extended reality stuff? But it starts you off with like default company name and product name. These are all important if you're going to make it Android or iOS. So we'll fill those in a different template. For what we're doing, I'm looking for extended reality. And you have to go from the player setting all the way to the end to XR settings. And then there's virtual reality supported, Vuforia augmented reality, and 360 stereo capture. So some cool stuff, but we really want the support for Vuforia. So we're going to click the Vuforia checkbox. It's going to fire up a little I'm working type thing, and it'll move us forward to getting the Vuforia connection connected. So let's see. All right, it'll get there.
Is this session being recorded?
Yeah, I'm recording this one. Yeah, so now what it's doing is it's reaching out and it's pulling in the Vuforia package. So Unity has adopted this package model where you can pull lots of stuff from different places, and they're different kinds of packages. So in this case, because Vuforia is sort of built-in feature, it still pulls the package in when you hit the checkbox rather than having to go out to the package area and say, install my package. So anyway, okay, cool, we got that. So this is good news. It went through, it added the package into the system, and we still have our sample scene. Everything is pretty much the same. So we need to get to the part of the system that says, okay, what more about Vuforia here? So I'm going to head back to build settings, go back to player settings, and then I'm looking for a few things. So we've got, okay, yeah, let's see, double checking. All right, so our global settings are good. Now we're gonna have to hunt for a few things here. So we've got assets, you can import packages. This is what I'm talking about. We didn't have to import it because it did it on the checkbox. Now we have game objects. And if you run through, we would have seen all of these same things, except now we have Vuforia Engine. Vuforia Engine is where all the good stuff's gonna happen. And it's going to be an augmented reality camera, and then it's going to be an image target. These are the two things we really need in order to fire this up. So I have a scene with a main camera in it. I'm just going to say remove the main camera. Now I'm going to go back to my game object. I'm going to go to the Vuforia, and I'm going to say let's add the AR camera in. So the AR camera is added into the system, so we're pretty happy about that. Then we need to do the part that says, hey, what's going on? So if we look over in the AR thing, it has a section that's the Vuforia behaviors. We're using a device, and open the Vuforia configuration engine. So let's open up that configuration engine. Okay, so it tells us that there's an upgrade. Oh yeah, when I was talking about package management, there's an upgrade using the package manager. So they're moving away from that checkbox to actually doing the packages. Well, I want, you know, the latest stuff, so I'll say, let's get that information, and it's going to run us over into here. So let's see if I can find it. Here's Vuforia version 8.3.9, and that's that part. So let's see. Oops, I clicked out of it. And let's find out if it looks like it actually loaded I mean, it's got the checkbox, like we're doing the right thing. So, all right, good enough. Now, when I talked about that license key, this is the part where it says, all right, I'm on a local system, but I want to go out and talk to Vuforia, and I need that key. So this is that key business that we were mentioning. So if I go back out into Chrome, I'm going to look for where I put my key. Here it is, Target Manager. So I'm going to go back. So Target Manager, right, that's our database. License Manager, these are our keys. So the one that you made as like going to be the one that accesses your game is this. So I copied it to the clipboard. I'm going to move back. And here I can also hit the Add License button, and it takes you to the same place. If you're logged in, you're ready to go. But I copied it already, so let's see. I'm going to click here, boop, and that has Add License. So we're going to do Add License, and it should. I'm doing extra. Now that it's there, we're okay. There are some things to look at. We could see closer. How many simultaneous trackers? Right now it defaults to 1. The device we're targeting is handheld, so that's fine. And then it has a section called databases. So right now we haven't added the database. Okay, and that was one really important thing that we were doing, was we were building our database. So I have again, I click target. I really want target, and I want Diner Park, where I was playing around. I have 4 images. You download the database. You select the Unity editor. Now that you've got the Unity editor, it's going to be in your download folder. It'll come down to the system, and this is the database you want to add in. And the fun part is it's an actual Unity package. So now that we have it, I can click on like Add Database, and it's like, again, it tells me, oh, go over here and download them. But we already did the download. So what happens is you have to go to Assets, and you've got your own custom package, which is the database. Run through your download. It'll say Diner Park Unity, and I actually want the latest one because it renamed them automatically. So if I hit open here, it now gives me a window where it says, oh yeah, here are the basics. I've got, these are the scaled JPEGs. These are going to be little tiny JPEGs that represent the pictures you took. And then the DAT file and the XML file here, that's where the database really is. And in our case, we want all of it. So we already have all the checkboxes, and we're just going to hit import. Now, there it goes. It's importing. So now we have a database. So we want to look through our Vuforia settings a little more closely. So we did, right now it says no database found. It should eventually find our database. So it'll have loaded it in here. But okay, let's go back to AR camera. And the AR camera upgrade. Open. We want to select the drop down that says, oh, okay, go to the Vuforia configuration. Now, database. It should have loaded it. Oh, there it is, Diner Park. So that database is now in system, and that's the default one. We said enable video background. That's cool. Number of divisions 2. Right now we're just taking defaults. So that's it. We got the part where we have the AR camera, and now we also have the picture images set up. So this is where we can go back to our game object, look at Vuforia, and we really want to add a target image in. So this is finally like you get to add something to the scene. So I'm just going to say, okay, I'm going to Vuforia engine, I'm going to go to image, and now it tells me, okay, I've got a database full of cool stuff. What do I want it to map? So here is the image target. This is going to be whatever happens to match. And I'm looking at this, and that's that scaled image. So this is the lacy pine bark image that I have from Arbor Trail, and it's in the image target. So now what happens is whatever it matches, if I zoom in close enough, you can actually see it. So there's the image. So this is the image. Every picture that you take, you can just pile them in. It won't be shown in the camera, but it will be something that matches. Now, the other part is I want something to show up when this happens. So I'm going to also need to create some sort of game object that'll show up. I really want a 3D object, and I'll do, let's do, everything's a cube. Let's do a cylinder. I'll just make it a cylinder. So now in the scene, we're inside the cylinder. So I got to back up a bit, and let me scale this down some. All right, so I scaled it down. It's about the same size as the image. But in order for this to be associated to the image target, I got to drag it and move it into the image target itself. So when the image target is selected and active, it'll activate what's inside. So now, here, I'll hit save real quick, but I also hit play. So play now has access to the camera. And now if I walk around with this whole thing around the park, we're actually playing it on a laptop. So that's the tricky part. Now, the other part is you need something to match that actually shows the image that we made. I'm wondering if I have lace pine bark on this phone. Not that one. Google Photos. You may have. I had a PDF of it. Let's see. Could be an email. Sec. Or maybe there's a cheat. I'm going to upload the photo to Slack and go with that. So let's see. Oh, here. This is our class Slack, right? Okay, so grab this from my computer, from desktop, lace bark, upload it. So hopefully I'm in the chat. There's a Slack. Let's see. Fall burn. Okay. Close the Slack up. Let's see. Come on. Get me out of Slack bot. Over here, general. Okay. I totally loaded into Slack. What channel did I load it into? Let's see. General. Okay. So two unread. Oh, it's reading all of the unread messages. Oh, that's in random. Shoot. Go back to general, get our photo. Why am I up to date? Oh, this is A-frame. Where did it go? Well, you may have to do this just to see it. Let me think here. What do I got? I've got another Slack I can throw it to. Let's get back over to Slack. And I go here. Since it'll be very random, I'll throw it in random. And I want to do this. I want to get to my computer. I want to get the bark. Get the darn thing uploaded. And minimize it. And then, let's see, foobar. Let's find the random. Let's get the picture. Yeah, there's the picture. So there we go. So yeah, so it doesn't have to be super great quality. It does try to find it. It does trying to hang on to it, but I mean, it's doing it directly from here. So anyway, it's just like with the right light. So anyway, this is the deal. This totally works. This is the thing you gotta do yourself. Each group needs one of these. So there we go. We got it. Thank you. Anyway, I know it's 3 o'clock, so I want to let you guys go. So Q&A, questions, whatever you have, let me know. And I will post this video.